that. China, about 40 million packages per day. How many people you need? We believe in 10 years, every day China will deliver 300 million packages per day. On 11/11 day last year, we delivered 270 million packages per day. 11/11 we could sell more things. Why? We control the traffic, we control the selling. The reason is that we worry about the delivery. If the snow comes in November and the winter comes, the whole China traffic will be jammed. This is something that we're worried about. So we believe in 10 years, China will have at least 10 million people deliver things on the street. So even if you hire 1 million people to deliver things for you, you only have 10% market share. And I don't think we can manage 1 million people on the street, develop people. Because every day you have so many car accidents, you'll make it die. So we should encourage other people, enable other people to do it. So we are building up the infrastructure that we believe in 10 years, we hope, this is our mission, helping doing business easier. Any business, maybe 80 or 70 business in China, if you want to do business, finding customers, we help you. Financial services, we help you. Deliver services, we help you. Logistic, we help you, and marketing, we help you, and the other thing is data, we help you. So we are like a company building up that, which is totally different about people say, oh, how many GMV you have? Oh, how many packages? This is only small part of our business. Our vision is bigger. We just think that we don't want to be, we might be bigger than Walmart this year or next year. And I remember 7 years ago, the senior management, like a vice chairman or something, come to Hangzhou. Of Walmart, we have a drink in Nasaki. A drink, and I said, sir, in 10 years, we will be bigger than Walmart globally. He looked at me and said, young man, very good vision.
But,
I said,
but you've always had this relentless focus around SMBs as your core constituency, if you will. I mean, you obviously care about consumers and blah, 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 but you're enabling of these businesses on your platform, being their infrastructure. That's always been your focus all along.
That's right.
That hasn't changed.
That has not changed. That's what my answer is, that we will be bigger than Walmart this year, but does not mean that we are good, because we don't want the world has another company who are very able of selling things. We don't think we should buy and sell. We should enable. So now there are 10 million small business power sellers in our site. We give them traffic. We give them the knowledge. We give them the data. We help them deliver, using the third party. So it's the 10 million small business combined together. They are the most powerful economy in the world, and we never change. I think we love small business. We love young people. We love women.
Talk about that. Why don't you talk about the women?
I never know. Before the IPO, there is American media, big media came to us saying, Jack, why so many women in your company? I say, anything wrong? Because we never know something wrong. And then we find more than 52% of our colleagues are women.
Your senior management team.
And senior management, 33% of the management are women, and 24% of the senior management are women. We have a women CEO, women CFO, women chief people officer. We feel proud because and by the way, 60% of our users are women. So we would love, we were so excited because this century, the difference between this century and last century is competition of muscle. This century is competition of a brain. So brain, I think women and men are the same. And the other issue is that this century is trying to use a friendliness, care others more than care yourself. This is the difference between IT and DT time. So we find women care others more than men care for others. Well, women have to care for
I
husband,
don't know. You're going to get a
the
lot
children.
of men very unhappy here. So.
I'm telling the truth, right? And that is why we are supportive, because we find most of families, women make the decision what to buy. These are the most important decisions. And so we are happy about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
can't argue with that.
Great.
That sounds, I mean, I think that vision of Alibaba, albeit very consistent from day one, is something I think is reaching an incredible scale. When is that coming to the US? What's your global, and not just US, but globally, talk about what is that, is it the same vision that you will roll it out in the global sense? What can you tell us about Alibaba's international plan?
Yeah, I think at least the day when I retire, or the day that at least I can see the company, I don't want the company change the mission that helping doing business easier for small business. But we never say we're helping Chinese small business doing business easier, helping globally. This is our vision and our mission that we will never change that. But maybe 60 years old, later, I don't know where I'll be there, but they probably go skyrocket, whatever, But the day when I see it, I don't want a company change that mission. And our global strategy is probably different from the American ways. In the past 20 years, globalization is more like Americanization, helping big companies going, does not mean bad, contribute the world a lot. Right, the past globalization, helping big companies going global. But I think because of the internet, next 30 years, globalization should help small business going globally. For China, because of us, last year we created at least 14 million jobs for China by helping small business, by enable small business with the technology we have, with the resources we gather together. So if we can help more small business in the world, we can help millions of people create jobs, innovations. So we will never change it. So our global strategy is that we want to build up an EWTO, that helping small business sell, buy across the board, help consumers, help American consumers, help the African consumers to buy online within 72 hours, they can receive the products. We want to help the agricultural products, small business in America, sell to China. So our different, in the past 20, 30 years, China is selling. China is exporting. And I'm trying to convince the government, and they accepted that. And I said, next 10, 20 years, China should buy things from the world. Now, we have 300 million middle-class people now in China. Think about, in 10, 15 years, we are going to have 500 million people in China become middle class. They need high-quality products. They need good services, which I don't think today China's land, water can provide that. So we can help more importing from America, importing from Europe, and big companies already almost everywhere in China. Let's help the small guys. This is our strategy. So we are not coming here to America to do business competing with, when you talk about business here, people always ask, when are you going to compete with Amazon? When are you going to compete with eBay? Well, the world is so big. Why you always think about a competition? Think about helping the small guys to go to China. So our strategy is the same, helping small business of the world, helping them go to China. And I feel excited about that. And then I will be more welcome here. Right? People say, you guys come here to sell again? No, so I come here to buy.
Before we open it up to questions, I just, and if you have questions, I think a mic is getting passed around, is that right? Let me just ask one more topic, and if you can keep it somewhat contained, we'll get to the questions. Which is on the subject of philanthropy, because I know you have taken a leadership role in issues around the environment in China. You have personally started a foundation. Just talk about both your personal progress in terms of thinking and doing philanthropy, and also, how is philanthropy going in China in general?
Okay, thank you. Well, honestly, I'm a lucky guy. I would say whether I'm the luckiest guy or unluckiest guy in the world. Unluckiest because I go nowhere. I don't have a privacy. I never thought I could be like that, and people say ugly looking, but I think I'm a unique looking person. Right? People
But
remember me.
nobody will call you handsome. I know that. So
You have a terrible view of judgment. Well, so with my background, my family background, with my education background, I would be like -2 or -3 if this is 0. Honestly, because I know who I am from my father, my mother, and my aunts. Nobody in my family that is like a government officer, a business leader. That is why in the past 20 years, we never got even 1 cent from government, 1 cent from the China banks, because you don't have any guanxi, right? So that you just have to do from scratches. And with no matter how hard I work, I probably like a 2 or 3 if there's a 10, 2 or 3, that's my top. But today I'm like a 6. So the 4 difference, that does not belong to me. That's not me. So people think, Jack, you're so good. No, I'm not that good. But people say you're the bad. No, I'm not that bad, right? Especially after the IPO, people say, wow, you are so smart. Wow, we're lucky, right? But so I know I said to myself, when you have like a $2 or $3 million, that money belongs to you. But when you have a $20 million, trouble comes to you because you don't know the RMB or US dollars valuation up, devalued into the banks or stock market or buy bond, headaches. But when you have a $1 billion, remember, that is not your money. That is the people's expectation on you. People put their hope on you because people believe you can manage these money resources better than the others. If you think these are your money, you will be in trouble. So I never think the money that I got, people say, well, Jack, you're one of the richest guy in China. No, I'm not. I'm helping others to manage the money. So I think, how can I spend the money better? And what I worry about, what I want to do, I want to do education because I was trained to be a teacher. I feel guilty for only taught school for 6 years. I feel good about that. So that's why I'm talking everywhere. I think of myself CEO, Chief Education Officer. Try my best to communicate. So, I think China education system, people say have problem. China education teaching knowledge is so good. 中国的教和育 teaching, we're the best, one of the best in the world. Go to any universities, Chinese students taking exams are the best. In the Stanford, I think, right? They're pretty good. They're very good. But the culture, teamwork, these are terrible. So we got to put more efforts on that. This is something I want to help. And second, environment. I worry about the air pollution, the water, all these things. And so that's why I joined the Nature Conservancy. And the other thing is the infrastructure of the philanthropy. Bill Gates tried to convince me, and with Warren Buffett years ago, came to China, we should donate every money. And I asked them, well, how old are you, Warren? He's 80. I said, when I'm 80, I will donate my money. I'm only 40. What is my philanthropy? China, you go to Beijing, Shanghai, they're rich places, but they are only small part of China. Go to the western part of China, so many poor, terrible places. As a business guy, created jobs, build more business, making sure people have jobs, making sure people have life good conditions. This is the key, right? And the second, you can donate money to Bill Gates. Who should I donate money to? Red Cross? Who should I give money to? Because spending money is more difficult than making money, and especially for philanthropy. When you have a good heart, you should also have good knowledge and capability to spend the money. Otherwise, you are doing good thing with good heart with a terrible way. So I think what we were doing is to train people who can do philanthropy properly. So that's why we work with the Beijing University, have a first master degree philanthropy. Training people, develop people, how to manage the money, how to manage the projects, how to do things better, right? And I think we also have to work with the government to make a good policy for it. So when we build up this infrastructure, talents, and the policy, and I think they're coming. So China philanthropy is coming. But the key is we need good infrastructure. Like China business is good, but if the infrastructure is not ready, you go up and down, and go nowhere. So the money, which I'm going to put in education, environment, health. I worry about a health condition because the environment situation is going to cause China in 10 years health issues. And if we don't start to prepare now, we are going to have a huge problem. So these are the areas I'm doing that. But unfortunately, I don't have plenty of time. So we are forming a team. And I think philanthropy, the easiest thing is about donating money. The most difficult, valuable thing is about time and action. So this is something that we put 0.3% of the total Alibaba revenue every year into the environment protection, water protection. This is probably pretty unique. It's not profit, revenue. If there are any shareholders here, I already wrote on our IP book. And we think this is right. If the community is good, if the people are healthy, the business will be healthy. This is what we believe.
For you.
Yeah.
Well, you can see that Jack has.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have the same passion and vision for philanthropy as you do for your business. That's great. Okay, let's go to questions. I don't know how much time we have. I know we're running a little bit late. Where's the mic, Alicia? Somebody?
Any question will be okay.
Well,
whatever,
not
right?
any question, but you know. Jane, why don't you pick one and.
Hello, my name is Emily Ma. I'm a lecturer here at the GSB. So I love the fact that you're fighting for the small guys, but there are over 400 million people in China who are not yet online. There's 4 billion people on Earth who are not yet online. Do you have some thoughts around that?
Okay, yeah. First, the good thing is that we have 1.4 billion people in the world are online. And they are born in 1980s. This is our hope. Make these people successful. Make these people good. And then they will attract more people going up. Right? If the people who are online are poor, and then nobody will go there. I don't like Chinese movie. All the movies, Chinese movies, the heroes always die. Nobody want to be the hero. In American movies, all the heroes survive. That's why people want to be a hero. Right? So my philosophy is that making those people using internet successful, those small business using internet, if they're successful, our business will be successful, more people moving online. So the other thing is that we should work with the government and lower, more infrastructure, lower the cost of using the broadband. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things can be done, but good thing is that 1.4 billion people born in 1980s. These are our hope. These people will change the world. My grandfather know the news by reading newspaper. My father know the news by radio. My generation know the news by watch TV. My children, they're using internet. They say, I want to get involved. This is the hope. So make these people online good, and they will help more people.
Who has a mic? Okay.
Hi, I'm from Egypt. My name's Ali. So one day I'd hope to have children that would call me Alibaba. But why is that the name of your company? That's the first part.
Why is that?
Why is it called Alibaba? Why is
Okay.
the business called Alibaba? The second question is, if you had to name the top 3 markets other than China, where you think that your business model is most applicable, can you list those?
Okay, thank you. Why we choose the name Alibaba? Because we learned the name from Yahoo. We say, why this Yahoo strange name? But it sounds interesting. Then I was thinking about if we want to build up an internet company that can help in small business. I mean, thought a lot. I was walking around. I got this name in San Francisco downtown. I was thinking about what the best name, and then suddenly I think Alibaba would be interesting. So I was thinking about there's a waitress came, have a dinner. I asked, do you know about Alibaba? She said, yeah. I said, how do you know about it? What do you know about it? She said, Open Sesame. I said, yeah, that's the name. So I walk on the street asking a lot of people, do you know about Alibaba? They say, yeah. And then we decided this would be Open Sesame online for small business. But unfortunately, the Alibaba name domain name was registered by the others. So we're using the Alibaba online. We think this is called AOL. because American online, it would be impossible to have that domain name and service in China, is that right? Or in Egypt, American online, people, But Alibaba online, everybody agree that. So later we bargained, we got the name from a Canadian guy, but I love that name. So now we also register alimama.com. Well, our model helps those nations have the small business. If you have a lot of small business, if you have a poor infrastructure of commerce. The reason why China e-commerce grow faster than American, because the American infrastructure of commerce was so good. You have a Walmart, Kmart, whatever mart everywhere. Because they don't need it. They do. But for us, we don't have that. So when internet comes, we become the main infrastructure. So I said, in America, e-commerce is a dessert. We in China, we are main course. And this is why those nations, if your e-commerce of your commerce infrastructure is bad, internet e-commerce will be good. And for internet financing, same thing. America, you don't have internet financing, guys. You don't. We China have. Why? Because our financial system in China is too bad. When it is too bad, it's the opportunity. Now China rural areas, we go to the rural helping the villages. Villages, 10 years ago, no chance because people don't use PC. Too complicated to use PC. Today, everybody have a mobile phone. So villagers, e-commerce, internet grows so fast. So this is why maybe Indian country like Egypt, those with good population, poor infrastructure, young people. Your nation has a great young people, it's great opportunity. When you have young people, it's growth. But don't mean you have old people bad, but young people, they are the changer, they're the shapers of tomorrow.
We're getting old fast, so we better start. Why don't we take the last question from up on the top there?
Hi, Jack. I'm glad to talk to you. I'm actually from China. I'm from Peking University for undergrad. I'm now a PhD in Stanford. I'm curious about what's your vision on 蚂蚁金服, 支付宝, and especially globally, Chinese people are trying to do business not only in China but also in States and also in all over the world, and people want to invest overseas. Do you think 蚂蚁金服 can help with the capital flow globally?
Yeah, thank you. So probably here people did not know about. A lot of people don't know about the 蚂蚁金服, the Ali ant financing. How many people know about ant financing? Okay. One day everybody will know. because you will use it. Ali Enter Financing was coming from Alipay. It's a payment system because this was, we found this company year 2004 because people in China talk a lot on the e-commerce. They negotiate, they talk, but they don't buy because they worry about the money, give him and this guy run away. And this guy say, well, I send you things, I don't get the money. So I went to all the banks and tried to convince the banks, can you help me with the payment? The banks say, your business is too small, we don't want it. So we built up a very stupid service called Alipay. It's escrow services. If you want to buy things from me, you wire the money to Jerry. And Jerry will let me know. I got a product, got money, so I send the products. If you're happy, pay me. Not happy, return the money, return products. That people say, year 2003, they say, this is the most stupid idea I've ever heard. Because why you don't use credit card? Guys, we don't have credit cards. So we made that. Well, remember, today, registered users, just the registered users, close 1 billion people using that. And active, I don't tell the number, right? We're so big today on that. And later becomes the standard payment for China. And then based on that, we have all the datas. We have the datas, we have to build up the credit system for each individual. How much you buy, what you buy is that you pay the money in time and then sell all the system. So what my Jingfu, the first is try to build up a credit system for China, the trust system. Without that, small business cannot do business. So today, my Jingfu, oh my God, it's a private company. It's so big. It's almost, if not bigger than Alibaba, the same size. And I'm happy because this thing is changing China's financial system. And we are also applying for license in the States. We are going to Korea, Japan, and India. And we think this is going to help millions of people in the world. By the way, I'll give you one example how powerful it is. We got a small loan license 4 years ago, giving loans. We don't have a deposit, giving loans. Within 4 years, we have given 1.5 million small business loans. And every average borrower only $5,000. We make decision whether we should give you money or not, lend you money within 3 minutes. You can borrow 1 cent, borrow for 1 minute, which all the banks got scared about that because